don't know what's going on with my voice.
Do you think it's tuberculosis?
I think it's turdberculosis.
Turd Ferguson is what it is, dude.
Turdberculosis, dude.
Dude, speaking of Norm Macdonald, did you hear he died?
Oh, yeah.
Super sad.
I almost said who, like an idiot.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Because I, like, zoned out for a second.
He played Turd Ferguson on Celebrity Jeopardy.
I heard, did you know, died? And so I was like, who?
Who? Yeah, dude, think before you speak.
It is sad. Everybody was sad about it.
Yeah, it's a sad day.
Especially you.
I was really sad.
You should have actually been.
I wasn't sad enough, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, I get that for sure. I don't think I showed it enough. And people noticed.
If people don't know or don't show their emotions enough, I say they don't have them, and I get angry at them. And then I throw a punch.
And then you show emotions by punching them.
Yeah.
Right in the cooter.
Yeah. How'd you know? Have we played with Earth 2?
No.
You want it for a little bit?
I don't think we have. Let's do it.
I picked it. Perfect.
Well, now I hate it. Bring it back.
Nope.
Return it.
Nope.
Looks like I still have work to do.
I assume you're referring to the Blackgate escapees?
They need to be rounded up before they cause any more damage.
Or you could leave it to the police.
SWAT's still out for revenge and the rest of the force is busy cleaning up the other messes. But I will think about it.
That's the spirit.
He lied to you, Alfred.
Oh, hey, I got a little trophy. Or achievement or whatever.
Look at all that wisdom you've obtained.
It was for all the wisdom.
They're very happy with you. As they should be. Well done.
I don't think they see the Steam overlay in the recording.
Dude,
but
yes they do, alright?
I'm sorry.
Gosh, grow up.
I am really sorry.
There's only 2 in there? Wow.
Well, that's... Wait. That's on one level of it. What?
Oh.
How do you go down to the other level?
LT.
Oh.
There we go. Oh, okay. Where is this? The Royal Hotel? Wow.
Should we go there?
We have a lot of work to do in there.
We do.
It's not as fun as going out in the city, but I get the city's not that fun if we're being honest here. There's not that much going on out there.
No. Let's go to the Gotham PD, actually.
Yeah, I like that. That's more fun. Is Gordon there? Will we see Gordon in there?
I highly doubt it.
That sucks.
He's busy.
Doing what?
Paris, France. In this universe, Gordon hooked up with Paris, France from The Killing Joke.
And not Barbara Gordon. Jim Gordon.
Wait. Gordon hooked up with Barbara Gordon?
Yeah, Jim Gordon hooked up with his daughter.
Oh my.
And Paris, France was a cock and watched.
He was a cock?
He was a cock.
Why was he being a cock?
I don't know. It wasn't cool. No one was grateful for
Can
it.
we
But
maybe mark this? Thanks.
what do you mean, you did it.
It wasn't marking.
All right, thanks, guys. Finally.
Man, I marked that so much they could call me Marquise.
Brownlee?
No.
Oh.
No, that's Mark Ass Brownlee.
Yeah, I was going to say, it didn't seem right.
Who is that guy?
I think he does iPhone reviews.
Oh.
Yeah. I think he was on Joe Rogan.
Oh.
Which I didn't know iPhone reviews justified a Joe Rogan visit.
I always thought his name was Mark Ass Brownleaf.
I think that's what it was. Yeah, I think that's what Will Smith called him.
If you're a woman and you hear that coming after you in an alley, like,
my pants are coming off.
Yes.
That's the
And then
mating
you see
call.
like the blinding light of the sun.
The entire Smith family, Jado, Willow, all of them.
They
all
jump you?
Yeah, they jump you.
Have you heard Willow's...
And then when I have a deep philosophical conversation about how they cheat on each other.
Have you heard Willow's new music? It's actually pretty good.
I've heard it is good, yeah.
It's like rock.
She's in like a band now, isn't she? Like
Which
a rock
is in a
band.
band? I didn't know that. I just knew her new music was band-like, rock-like.
Yeah, that's because she's in a band.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Yeah.
I thought you could also make rock music and not be in a huge band, but I guess, go off.
Yeah, no, I don't think that what you're saying makes any sense. So.
It's like, go off, I guess.
Yeah, no. It's funny.
I like how he just lets himself in.
I know. Doesn't even knock. Doesn't schedule an appointment.
Hey, it's me, Mark Ass Brownleaf. I'm here.
They're like, yeah, we got some new iPhones. What do you think?
We got some new iPhones. All right, so I'm going to be honest with you.
Thank you for that. Wait, what did that sign say? Go back.
It
Left.
says keep locked.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
This one, it says red.
It does say red. Fire hose red. Earn it.
No, it's just earn it.
Earn
Join
it.
the GCPD to serve and protect your neighborhood.
Nice. Why does he
And
look
this
like
is-
an
this is
SS
a-
officer?
Well, this is a cock and ball inspection. It's, sir, your cock results are in. Show me your
I'm
balls.
going to need you to pull up those balls in my hand right now. That's why it's outstretched.
Oh my. Okay, well, we're gonna...
It's like I'm gonna stretch your balls.
Well, fair enough. I think we're gonna start at the bottom, I guess.
Start it at the bottom.
Is there...
We're still here.
So there's no police in here anymore, so this should be pretty quick. Well, it's gonna be a lot of looking at the stupid map.
It does make a lot of sense that there's no cops in this police station. I don't see any holes in this.
Going through the East Tunnel here.
It's just an abandoned GCPD.
Dude, did you watch Mystery of the Batwoman when you were watching through the DCAU?
I haven't got to it yet, actually.
Oh.
Maybe did I skip it? Maybe I skipped it. I need to watch it.
It would be after the New Adventures, I think.
I skipped it. I totally skipped it. I need to go back and watch that then.
Yeah, it would be after the New Adventures, but before Justice League.
Because I went through and watched Cold Heart, or not Cold Heart, Sub-Zero.
Where's this room? Is it
I watched that
beneath me?
finally. And I hadn't seen it before. It was dope. It was really good. It tied in really well with the Mr. Freeze story in the DCAU 2, which I was stoked about. I thought that was awesome.
Where do you think this room is? Wait. It could be in here.
I think you have to go up.
What, into Gordon's office and cut through?
Maybe. I thought you had to go through like, a vent, and I think it was upstairs. Is there a vent up on the wall upstairs?
Let's look.
Because in Arkham, usually you just look up if you have any problems, and you'll always find something.
I know, but here I'm just seeing this. There's a room there. There's this room into... It says it's part of this room. The bullpen. It says it's part of the bullpen.
What about that vent that goes into it?
Where's the vent?
Up to your right. If you go back to your right.
This?
Yeah. How do you get into that?
No. I'm trying to get into this one. That room.
Oh! Well, yeah, I was looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah, because look, it's highlighted as part of this room.
Well, there's a little thing next to it. Is there a door? Can you just walk into the door? Because before, you just had to unlock it. I think you could open the door.
This door?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a different room.
The one beneath it? Are you sure? I think that's the room.
No, look.
Oh, no, I'm an idiot. You're right.
We're in a different spot.
I'm completely wrong.
By the way, what is this?
Do you go in through the back
Northeast corridor. You can go behind this.
How do you do
By the way, interesting to note, we do have Gordon's,
Master of Criminology.
diploma here.
Well done to you, sir.
Then we've got the whole thing here of him looking at the, gang and everything.
This is nice. I don't like how he's profiling those people.
He is, yeah.
It's disgusting.
I'd prefer just Mask, not Black Mask.
Yes, it's outrageous. He's gone too far.
I mean, I can go over here.
Try that out.
If I
Can you
could
get in there?
just...
I don't know if you can, actually. It looks like it's blocked.
I'm getting kind of annoyed.
Yeah, I don't know where you go here.
Someone's getting mad. Someone's like, I know exactly where to go.
I know. Nothing there.
Nothing here. Oh, here.
Oh, yes, okay.
I thought I had gone up to one of these, but I couldn't figure out how. There we go.
This
That
is
was
it.
actually unnecessarily complicated for
Are we still in the right
something
spot?
so simple. Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's right there.
Oh, nice. Well done.
So let's see. Can we go around? Nope. So we're going to have to do the...
Do you have range? Or can you just
Yes.
climb right... Oh, yeah, there we go.
No, I
Okay.
can just do this.
Excellent. I love it. That's good progress. But yeah, Mystery of the Batwoman, I think actually, it's crazy. I think that was a movie, when we first started hanging out, a little retro back in the day thing.
High school.
High school. That was, we were having a sleepover at this very house.
Yeah, because we slept when it was over. No, it was at your dad's house, actually. When we tried to watch that movie at your dad's house.
We fell asleep, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought, yeah.
Not at my house, though.
And I haven't tried it since. I have not tried that movie since. And I don't know why. Because I heard it's not that bad of a movie. Is it?
It's not a bad movie. It's more like a long filler episode of The New Adventures, though.
Okay.
It's the weakest of the DCAU movies that I can think of. Well, no, wait. I guess maybe Batman and Harley Quinn would be a little weaker than that.
Yeah. I guess I don't remember Batwoman, but yeah, Batman and Harley Quinn is just not that great.
A lot of people hate it. I don't hate it. I just think it's wasted potential. I think it's fine. Believe it or not, I actually really like Harley in that movie. And
Is Tara Strong voicing her in that movie again? Is that who it was? Because it wasn't Arlene Sorkin. Arlene Sorkin has been doing it a long
I think it
time.
was Tara Strong.
Okay. I really like how she does Harley. I think she's really good at Harley, to be honest with you.
And Harley was designed well in that movie. She was cute, she was funny, she was charming. The one thing that sucks is, again, like I said before, when you loop in, Return of the Joker, it kind of hurts. It either hurts that movie, it either hurts Batman and Harley Quinn, or it hurts Return of the Joker. There's like one of the two that I think are like slightly hurt by those two coexisting, because you either have a random about face where Harley goes from being fairly a good person now and developing to being bad again, or you have like a random like Harley kind of becoming good for no reason if you don't like that angle.
Right.
I prefer anti-hero, slightly villain Harley. That's kind of what I prefer.
I do too.
Over just villain Harley. That's my preference. I think she's great with the Joker, but I think her time as with the Joker, not as the Joker, is a stepping stone for the character. Like, I think that it's part of her development, and then I think...
Well, look at Mad Love. Look at some of those episodes that are in the animated series. She changes a lot. Yeah. And that's when she goes and meets Ivy and goes on a little spree with her, and they become friends, actually. And I think in Gotham Girls, too, that's where she goes out. And a lot of people haven't seen that as much. You can find it on YouTube. I think there's some wonderful person uploaded all 3 seasons on YouTube, so you can go watch Gotham Girls.
It is also on the live-action Birds of Prey TV show DVD as a...
Yes, and I think that's where they got it from.
As a special feature.
Absolutely, I totally forgot about that, yeah. But yeah, so that's on there. You can go watch them. And they're a minute... I think they're like 2 minutes long a piece typically, so you can cruise through all 3 seasons in less than an hour probably. But it's like that leads into her having that too, where you can go out and she's with Catwoman, and there's like those relationships that build, and she's not just Jokers, you know what I mean? Like, she becomes her own person, and she can't do that without being a little bit more anti-hero than just villain. And the development in Batman and Harley Quinn, she's got like, I think it's a bit more fun for the character, I think. You know what I mean? I think villain Harley Quinn is great. I think anti-hero Harley Quinn has more layers to her.
Yeah, and I think that it's good to have both, you know?
Yeah.
This is interesting, by the way. You got Black Mask Penguins, Sullivan family, Skeever's family,
the Maroni, Rupert Thorne. Rupert Thorne is it? Tony Zuko.
Yep. Tony Zuko, Rupert Thorne, the Maronis.
Coney Vita.
Yep. What's this? Local timetables. You cannot see like any of this stuff at all in console, by the way.
No.
All these textures are way too blurry.
Which is a bummer, because there's actually a lot to them. Like, they put work into this, you just can't see it.
Yeah. It's interesting how like he's like their main focus, even though there's all this shit going on.
That are actually like murdering people.
What do you care? I mean, like, I'm not saying like, so let's say this universe is real, right? I understand that like they probably don't want this going on, but say you have one guy not as bad as everyone else, literally breaking the bones of criminals and leaving them outside GCPD. Is it really that big of an inconvenience to you, or do you just kind of look the other way?
Well, especially when you've got in like the other people that you're worried about is Black Mask, who's hiring assassins to murder the guy and bringing in 10 or 8 assassins, whatever it was, into your city. You've got the Falcones and the Maronis who are doing, it's like a gang war all the time. This is Batman's your priority? The guy who stopped, like, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, like you said, he's a bit of a vigilante. But, that's number 1?
I know. Well,
Jim Gordon's kind of, he's got to work on this prioritizing.
The hierarchy?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's all before Jim Gordon. I mean, because he's not in charge yet. He starts to become in charge as soon as that the other commissioner dies, Commissioner Loeb.
Yeah.
When he dies, he becomes in charge. So he's in charge for a couple days, and then he makes his peace with Batman immediately, pretty quick.
Loeb is the same guy who's commissioner in the Dark Knight trilogy too, isn't he?
I think so.
That's when he dies and drinks from that whiskey glass and dies a terrible death. That's when he becomes commissioner too. That's kind of interesting. That's how they did it. Because this game came out in 2011, 2012.
I thought 9 or 10, but maybe it was 11 or 12.
Because 2009 was Arkham Asylum, I think.
Oh, yeah, you might be right then. I don't know. I'm not very good with dates, to be honest.
It's tough.
I always like this, how you can find this cash in here, and it's basically money laundering done by the police. Like, they hid this cash to take it out later. Although you could see it.
Right, so, yeah, it's not very cleverly hidden, no.
No,
just a giant wad of cash.
But yeah, I don't know. I really do think, as much as I love that DCAU, favorite continuity by far,
Mine too.
couple things are a little too sloppy for me. Like, one, I know that this was before you could do it, but it actually is, and hear me out here, implied in one of the comics that Harley and Ivy are interested in each other, for example, because it's actually brought up in one of the comics with Batgirl, where essentially she says, "Aren't you and Harley?" And she says, "Aren't we what?" And she's like, "You're friends." And it puts in quotation marks. And this was during the Lost Years type era.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, this is during New Adventures ending Lost Years-ish era.
Sure, okay.
Or I guess before or slightly after, I don't know which. And she says, "Oh, like you and Supergirl are together?" And then she says, "What? No, ew." And then that's what Barbara says. Because, it's, implied that the rumor is that...
They're romantically
That
involved.
Supergirl and Batgirl, bang.
They have a little fun.
That's, the rumor with villains. Because they teamed up a couple times, So the rumor, in the Gotham underworld type thing, probably just, a very... It sounds weird to say it this way, but probably just a very misogynistic man. These two hot chicks are, teaming up fighting crime. They're probably boning.
Sure.
Type thing that they spread around. That was a rumor, and my point is that it was also thought of, at least by Barbara at that time in those comics, which people debate the canonicity of, but I take them as canon, that that Harley and Poison Ivy were either together or were rumored to be together, right? But that was in the comics. But Bruce Timm was always, after my own heart, a very horny bastard.
He sure was.
Unashamedly, unapologetically.
And still is, I can imagine.
And still
I don't think that
definitely
died.
is. You can see it in the designs of the characters he made, and I believe he did make a Rule 34-ish image of Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn together, laying together, post-fuck type thing.
Nice, yeah.
His own art, right?
Oh, sure.
So he was already bouncing, "Oh, look at this, Wonder Tower, our unfinished disgrace."
Whoa!
Love declares bold vision of safety, Wonder Tower,
That's
our unfinished
crazy.
disgrace.
Okay, yeah.
Never saw that. But
What is that? We go back to the left. What is that sign?
yeah. Policeman's Charity winner.
Oh, okay. Wait, is that for Cold Cold Heart? Is that what that's for?
Very likely, yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, anyway, so my point that I'm getting to is you can consider that just hearsay, or you could also consider it, maybe they did kind of hook up for a little while. We don't know. They were both very sexually flexible characters.
I was going to say they're very sexual characters, for sure.
Designed by Bruce Timm and Dini and those guys kind of in that way on purpose, right?
Absolutely.
So it's possible.
They created Harley Quinn, and that's how they made her. That's how she was. And even in the show, that's what Poison Ivy, that's how she is throughout the entire show. She does that with Harvey Dent. She does that with that scientist guy. And she, makes her own family, but she's still... That's her entire persona throughout the entire show.
And you do see her trying to find a sense of normalcy, too, at some points. When she opens up her flower shop, I believe.
Yeah. Well, and she does kind of... When she... when I mentioned just, 10 seconds ago, whatever, for that... when she creates that family, that really weird...
Yeah.
Where she, it's her garden and they're made of plants and they're actually she's pretending they're a family, but it's clearly not. It's just kind of this weird thing. But yeah, she does, I think, aim for normalcy a little bit.
We cleaned out this place, by the way.
The whole thing?
We're done with it.
Oh, well done.
So I can get out of here, kind of.
fantastic.
If I can find a way out, I don't remember.
Either.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. So, maybe... And again, it's hearsay. It's, I don't know, hearsay, headcanon, whatever you want to call it, just us thinking, right? But
yeah,
it is certainly possible that there was a short stretch of time period in there where her and Poison Ivy were romantically involved.
Yeah.
Because it does kind of seem like she was just designed to be bi. Both of them, actually, in a lot of ways. And especially Harley by Bruce Timm. It seems like that was how he viewed that character that they created. That's why when people say, oh, well... when I did mention the Tim Drake thing, people said, well, you accepted it for Harley, but it was never really confirmed there. And it's well, sure, but you have to think about it this way. They did show... Also, I think that is the Red Hood. Possibly.
Shootout kills.
If I remember. That might be a reference to the Red Hood.
That's
The
so
original,
cool.
but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
The Red Hood gang or whatever.
If that is the case, that's awesome.
If it's not, I'm just talking out of my ass.
Yeah, that's true.
But...
Wait, there was another green thing in there. Look. What's that?
Oh, I didn't see that. Thank you.
Of course, of course.
Do you see how to get there?
I don't. Because we already did that.
Do you want to look around a little bit while I talk? 'Cause
Absolutely.
I keep getting off track. What I'm saying is that Bruce Timm very clearly always did see the characters sort of in that way. You know?
Oh, sure.
Very much in that way. And he didn't draw a lot. Yes, he did draw other female characters sensually in his own art books and stuff, and we've actually seen a lot of that. Like, for example, he did have, like, Rule 34-ish stuff of Supergirl, even.
Right.
But they were never... There are some isolated cases, but for the most part, they weren't with other women. They were more just on their own. With them, it's worth noting that he paired them together in that way, even in his art. So my point that I'm getting at is it does kind of seem like that was the idea.
For sure.
Worth noting in the 90s, how many lesbian couples can you think of, or bisexual couples on TV were there? You know, it was like kind of a moral outrage type thing.
Sure.
People were not nearly as accepting as they are today. And that's ignoring any problems today. Just people didn't want to see that.
No.
And so because of that, even the people who were more fine with it, right? Even when they were in charge of stuff, it's not like they were exactly really pushing the boundaries, especially in what would have been considered a cartoon that was at least justified as aimed towards kids. Like, even though that's how he likely saw that character from things like tie-in comics that kind of promote that idea, his own personal art, all those things, right? We wouldn't have seen that happen even if that was what he wanted to happen.
Right.
And that's what I'm getting at. So when people compare her and who she is now to other characters modern day, I kind of feel that's a bit unfair. Because even if they wanted to go that direction, they couldn't. Especially in something that was for kids.
Right.
You know, this was the golden era of moms against video games type attitudes. You
Yes,
know, and
it was, yeah.
Dare to say no to drugs, and PSAs that would be about bullying, and they'd be like, "You're gay," in them and stuff. You know, this was not the era of like, "Hey, let's have something different here that people aren't used to seeing."
Yeah.
No, that didn't happen.
No.
And they put all kinds
This
of...
was the 90s, baby.
Yeah, and they put all kinds of sexual imagery in the 90s. I mean, look at Harley Quinn literally being in a cream pie for Joker.
Yeah, she
You
did.
remember that?
I forgot about that. Yeah.
That is straight up, like, sexualized imagery on purpose.
It absolutely
Wait,
is.
can you go back and look on that shelf? Because there was something weird on there.
Absolutely.
It absolutely is. But my point is they worked around those things behind you. And they tried to make things right there in that little alcove in the locker.
Oh,
side.
yeah. Okay.
There's something... No, it's just GCPD.
Oh, it's cash!
Yeah.
No way!
Did you know about this?
No, Aaron Cash!
And what's that above? Oh, just some cigarettes. But yeah, Aaron Cash.
They put that, and that's the same riddle that you scan in Asylum, in his office, in
Isn't
Arkham
that
Asylum.
cool?
That's super cool, actually, yeah. Wow. Okay, there should be a couple more riddles in here, by the way, so let me see.
But I don't know. Do you kind of get at what I was getting at with that? That it's not exactly a fair comparison to say, well, that character wasn't built that way, because I really do think it was conceptualized that way, but even if they wanted to, they couldn't do that.
No, I don't think they really had a choice. Like, they were a little bit constrained in their time, and the 90s obviously was a different time too from what they, from what we were today. If they were to revitalize the show and start with the new thing, I'm sure they'd go in different directions and do things that they thought of originally when they were making the show. But back then, I think they had more restraints in kind of what they were able to do.
Yeah,
Yes,
keep a
there we
little
go.
bit. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. So I think that when you're looking at characterization of characters from back then versus now, it's a bit of an unfair comparison because it's not taking into account things they just were not allowed to do.
Right.
And I think that some younger viewers of either this channel or of DC stuff, right, they might not... That might seem hard to imagine. Like a time period where, like, you couldn't show two women kiss. Or a time period where you had to cut away because there were too many punches. And, the TV network wouldn't like that. That was a real thing, Spider-Man the animated series, there's a reason why most of his attacks are kicks and throws. It's because punching was seen as more violent, and so they had to be careful with that because there were real rules about what was allowed on TV if it was aimed at, kids. And, even though those rules, they seem arbitrary now, right, to us, they still existed. And I think it's worth remembering that when you're talking about how characters changed, even Batman. Batman, his no-kill rule, yes, it is a big thing, but a lot of it came from censorship stuff. After the golden age of comics, when they started getting more and more censored, actually, comic books, and there was a big moral outrage against comic books, a lot of superheroes stopped killing because it made them look more like the good guy. And so from that, actually, a lot of characters changed. And same with even Joker. There was a time period where Joker wasn't really killing people. He was more just like a practical jokester that was like a 60s mobster who robbed people and robbed banks and stuff. And he wasn't really this psychopath who could cut off his own face or torture Tim Drake.
Right.
He was just kind of like a clown robber. And what I'm getting at with all this is characters changed and morphed through the eras of comics and of animation and everything because of those different eras and different creative visions. And I don't know. There's just a lot more to it than just a simple, well, they didn't start out that way. It's different than now. If you design a character now, you have pretty much free reign to do whatever you want.
Correct.
Tim Drake can be bi. Jonathan Kent can date a boy and be Superman if you want him to. Harley Quinn can be together with Poison Ivy. You can have Batman punch people. That sounds stupid, but it's really a thing. You can do that now.
He did quite a few more throws if you look back at the animated series, too.
Especially season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think it got darker in New Adventures with some of the violence, but
for sure it did, yeah.
Still, it probably wasn't quite on Justice League level with some of it.
No, and well, even in the Superman the animated series, you see some pretty, by the end of when you're getting towards the third season, there's some dark stuff. I mean, they legitimately kill a character.
Yeah.
Like, Darkseid straight up murders a guy in that show. So, I mean, they really started to get a little bit more edgy, I thought, after, I think it is. Can we get there? Oh, yeah, we can.
Wait. Oh, I saw it.
I'm so close. I know. Yes! Got it. Okay, good. Yes!
Little golf clap.
Yeah, little golf clap. We're gentlemen. But yeah, it was, like, that got a little bit darker there towards the end of season 2 of the animated series, and then kind of similar for Superman. Like, they started off a little bit more campy, a little bit more, like, we're establishing the character, this is fun. But it wasn't that way for... Wait, how do you do this again?
Ooh, man. I don't know. Oh, wait. Just press...
Oh. Wait, extortion file for the Joker.